내전에 내 영광 앞에 개고 쇼고 내 전에 내 영광 앞에 개고 쇼고 내 전에 내 영광 앞에 나 대다 쏘고 쇼고 내 전에 내 영광 내 쇼고 내 전에 내 영광 내 쇼고 Thank you.
Thank you, Albert, and thank you, Evangeline, for starting us off appropriately with a prayer and a song to make all of our mountains in Utah happy. Next, I'd like to introduce our next two speakers. We're very honored to have here. First will be Virgil Johnson, Chairman of the Confederated Tribes of the Goshute. He is also the Chairman of the Utah Tribal Leaders Association, and he'll be speaking first, followed by James Atakai, who is one of the Bears Ears Commissioners. He's also President of the Navajo's Oljeto Chapter House. Virgil?
Thank you, Gavin. And it's an honor to stand here before this group here this day. I am truly honored. My people, this was our land, the Goshute's land, Shoshone land. This is part of our Aboriginal land here. Our tribe is located on the Utah-Nevada border. We have about 614 tribal members. We're a small tribe, and a third of our tribal members live on the reservation, and the others live in an urban setting. And I want to bring to your attention, before I take a minute and talk to you, now, a little bit of culture to start out what we started earlier with the prayer and with the song. With the song and the prayer that we do in our ceremonials across Indian country, it's to invite the Spirit, that the Spirit would be here with us in attendance, and to that we could be united in the things that we stand for. And we stand for the sacredness of the land that we live on. We are stewards to this land, and we need to protect this land. And that's why we are here, to protect our lands. Woo! Even though we refer to ourselves as Native Americans, you are an American. You were born here on this land. So guess what? You are Native American. Okay, with that said, I'd like to bring to your attention as a tribal leader, working with other tribal leaders and meeting with other tribal leaders across this great land, when I meet in regional and national meetings. We are very protective of our land and our beliefs. Along with that, we have what is called tribal sovereignty. In the Constitution of the United States, tribal sovereignty is given to native tribes across America, along with self-determination that says that we as Native American tribes govern our own tribes across America. And because of what it says in the Constitution, it allows us to come to the table along with the national, local, and state leaders. You know, it's good, it's written, but in reality, it's not followed. For example, I wrote a letter representing the tribal leaders last week to Secretary of Interior Zinke to meet with him while he was here. And I received a reply yesterday that denied him meeting with us while he was in Utah. Also, a couple of months ago, I met with the Governor Herbert, myself along with other tribal leaders, and he took us in an office and spoke to us, and we went around the table and made comments. When it came to my turn, I told him that I wanted to go on record that I oppose the rescinding of the Bear Heirs legislation. So I truly believe, as a tribal leader, our lands need to be kept sacred. And for people who live in that area to have those lands available to them so we can continue to do those things that were handed down to us millennia ago, that we could pass that on to our children and our grandchildren and to save this land. Back in the 60s, when a lot of nonsense was going on in this country, there was a great leader that stood on the steps in Washington, D.C. and reminded those people back then that there was a promissory note that the United States had made for his group of people, that he was there now to cash in the promissory note, that they keep that right of the promissory note that was made. But the same thing is happening here in the state of Utah. We are here to cash in our promissory note to protect our land, the Grand Staircase as well as the Bear Heirs. And what a place to bring that message to, here on the steps of our state capitol, because that's where the information lies, and they need to know the significance of why we are here today. Woo! And I want to close with in a negative, positive way. I guess that's the best way I can put it. All right? And in closing, I would like to use the term disenfranchisement. That is what is happening here. We are not being heard. Not so much from our voting capacity, because I believe that's how it was used earlier. But it also deals with our voice not being heard. Our rights are being swept aside. It's being swept aside by our state leaders and our governor, and also the man that sits on the cabinet of the United States of America, Secretary Zinke. He's sweeping that aside. And we're being disenfranchised. And I, as a tribal leader, and other tribes, those kind of things have happened historically.